I mean, I think actually outside the U.S. is perhaps the most exciting place where programmatic is taking really root. And the reason for that is if you look at an average media plan in the United States, there is very little is going to the operational overheads associated with the execution of that in terms of percentage of the media buy. When you take a media buy or a media plan, media buy at the individual publisher level and a media plan at the agency level, there's a huge operating cost that's associated when that media plan or the media buy at the publisher level shrinks down by market. So let's just put it into example. Let's say it's a $1 million media buy in the US. That same publisher in the UK would see a fifth of that. It's an audience a fifth the size of the US. So it's quite expensive to run. In a I would say a tertiary market that's a much smaller population, that becomes even smaller and more constrained. And so what happens is those operational costs are a much bigger percentage of the overall media spend. And so as a result, publishers and agencies alike are really forced to become more innovative with the way they think about the execution and the systems behind how they make those buys take place. And so that's the reason why we're seeing immense adoption all over the world. Initially it was just the UK and France. Now it's places, in the Netherlands, which has always been a very advanced market. But countries like Australia and Brazil, Turkey, the Nordic markets, Spain and Italy are all now beginning to see the value of programmatic from a cost efficiency perspective. Yeah, internationally, video is a little bit of a different animal. The reason why is because largely what you see in many markets is it's much less fragmented from a perspective of where the rights actually exist, and many times, let's say, I'll pick on the UK. It all sits with Channel 4 or B-Sky B or ITV that are doing the deals with video alongside their annual upfronts. So it's much less fragmented, and the necessity to move to programmatic for video isn't quite as prescient or in front of us all. However, we're obviously seeing the growth of TubeMogul and Adapt TV and other players along those lines all over the world, and they're obviously starting to expand quite nicely internationally outside the US markets.
Extrapolate to the whole network and to the whole territories. So front is leveraging client relationship, diversification, client retention, and acquisition.